So guys, I was praying, meditating, and I asked the Holy Spirit, um, my guardian, whatever, I don't know, I don't want to make people feel some type of way, higher self, Holy Spirit, ancestors, whatever. I just asked, like, what can I put out? I've always prayed, and my new way of moving is like, I want to really meditate and think about anything that I put out, because I've just been learning like the power of the energy that you put out. So, and the spirit told me, something inside of me said, just share your book with everyone, because the truth is to be told, not sold. So eventually I will have it in book form. Um, and I will be giving out free copies, but I will be selling some just to be able to keep producing and giving it out and doing what I want to do with it when I have it finally complete, and reaching the youth that I want to reach with it, and the people that need it in these like that's going through these challenges that I wrote in my book. So with that being said, we're just going to read through my book. Life manual on starting over after the big 8 life challenges. Hashtag healing journey by Tasha James. The the 8 life challenges are abuse, rape, breakups, religion, cult, social group hurt, delaying life addictions, family hurt, incarceration, and life losses. Religion, cult, and social group hurt is one category. I just put it because it's all the same, social group hurt. It's either religion or cult or social, whichever way. Um, so, with that being said, I'm just going to read, and I hope you guys like my book. And I hope that you can take something from it, and I hope that it helps you uh, get over whatever you're going through. So, this book is dedicated to my king, so I will get it started. This manual is dedicated to Nathan Dayron James, a great father, husband, and friend. To the love of my life, my great honorable king, thank you for walking this journey called life with me. I appreciate you for loving me through my hurt, pain, and things I couldn't explain. You showed me what the true meaning of love was, and I am honored that I was chosen to enjoy 16 years of happiness and adventure before you ascended after 36 wonderful years of life. I wish we had more time. To the heavens. I miss my king now. I miss my king. Alrighty. So, the first life challenge is abuse. So, flow with me, and this is how I went through my heart healing journey, and this is what I learned. So, I want to share with you guys. Abuse. Abuse comes in many different forms, from child abuse, bullying, relationship abuse, physical, emotional, and mental abuse, from loved ones or complete strangers. We all experience abuse at some point in our life, whether we notice it or not. Abuse can cause lifelong trauma if not addressed, as well as pass through generation to generation. Abuse is a mental illness, I believe. Um, and I believe that sick people inflict their sickness on other people. Um, 95% of the time, unknowingly. Some forms of abuse can become a second nature to some if never identified. How to identify abuse? There, there are different forms of abuse. Some forms of abuse can be unnoticeable until the effect comes. So having an understanding of abuse helps avoid a lot of hurt. I know saying having an understanding of abuse sounds strange, but I believe everything that has power should be understood. Abuse has power if you give it power. Anything can have power if we allow it. Some people are sick and not aware mentally due to being aware of the sickness symptoms. Identifying them by their symptoms, behavior changes, and physical changes is the most important step in healing any trauma from abuse. Like when a doctor sees his or her patient for the first time, they assess the patient first to see the best recovery plan. The same with healing from abuse. By learning when it happened, why it happened, and making sure we don't allow it to happen again is the steps towards healing. Steps to the steps to new start. Acknowledgement, find support, get out, renew yourself, share your story. Acknowledgement. Sometimes in abuse, we avoid the truth and make excuses for the abuser or just don't want to deal with it. So we throw it in the back of our minds and only think of it when a situation happens that triggers that memory. As a victim, we tend to blame ourselves for the abuser's actions. Most cases, there is evidence of abuse history that makes the victim more open to understanding the abuser's reasoning on why they abuse. Not acknowledging it for what it really is and finding excuses to justify it, or fearful to believe it's actually being so unrecognizable, we endure it. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea, guys. I have some this is some what type of tea is this, girl? This is some green tea mixed with some fennel and some nettle. It's an herbal blend. I am a herbalist in training, so I just been learning and experimenting with different plants and herbs and teas, and yeah, so it keeps your energy, flushes out your body, real good. So tap into the energy and tap into your herbs and teas. Go to some tea stores. Like it's a necessity when you're in the process of healing and becoming a better version of yourself, man. Get you some good teas, some good herbs, some fruits and vegetables. Green fruits and vegetables is like life. I'll tell you, like life. My favorite is key limes. Like, I live off of key limes. Like, and it's alkaline. It's alkaline. Key lime is like one of the key lime is one of the most alkaline vegetables and fruits. So I always squeeze the key limes in my teas. I walk around with alkaline water with key limes. I try to drink my 64 ounces a day of water. Try to stay hydrated. You're like a plant, baby. Get your sunshine, water, and herbs. You dig? So, shout out to Rest in Paradise, Dr. CB. CB, OG. That's what I call him. Shout out to you, man. Much love. Thank you for everything you did. Well appreciated. Shout out to the herbalist of our time, Yada. Shout out to you and your family, your queen. Shout out to you guys. Nothing but love. I have you guys' cookbook. I need to use it. I'm acting lazy with it, but I am going to get in that book. I promise you. Watch. But shout out to all the young pioneers that's out here learning the plants, going different countries, doing the work. I have 4 children, so I can't, I can go to my local farms and local, places for herbs and teas, but I can't do the work like the young and Yada and a couple of other ones are doing. Like, shout out to you guys, man. Much love, man. Honor and praise when honor and praise is due, man. I love you guys. Thank you, Queen of the House, for putting out the cookbooks, doing your research. Much love. just all of the young, I can't name you guys all off, but respect and honor. Get into your teas, get into your herbs. Real talk, like it does a body good, like seriously. All right, let me get back to the book. So some abuse, some abuse being so unrecognizable, we endure it without even knowing it's happening until it's over or too late, depending on what type of abuse it is. Find support. A friend in a time of need is a friend indeed. Catchy but true statement I heard growing up. Everyone needs that time. Everyone needs that explode and express moment where they just tell how they feel and what they're going through, and what they're, excuse me guys, I'm getting tongue tied, and what they are going to do to get out. Find support that helps you get out. Start over, as well as emotional support by just having an ear to hear and holding you accountable to never turn back. Get out. Run, baby. Run. Especially if you are in an abusive relationship. Don't play with that. I've heard so many stories of different ladies who have died in that mess. Man, even men, man. I'm a family member to a cousin, a female. Like, she was in a abusive relationship, and he kept beating her. He kept flipping out on her, and eventually they were both high off some drugs, and she ended up killing him. Like, and it's one of her kids' dad. Like, I don't judge, but don't play with that type of stuff, man. Especially if you off drugs and stuff, man, because you not yourself. You know, and she ended up doing time in jail, like, away from her kids, you know, to put a strain in her relationship with her kids and all of that. So, don't play with that mess, man. I mean, if you see somebody, they want to put their hands on you, get out. Walk away. It don't matter how much you love that person. Like, don't play with your life. Your life is not to be played with. And you might have to kill them. You know, I glory to the Most High. I have never had to kill anyone. I've been close, but I've never had to have that on my conscience. And I would never want that on my conscience, man. Because believe it or not, even the toughest guys, I was told by murderers, like, you have those flashbacks. Sometimes you have nightmares. Sometimes you see those people's faces. Like, your conscience deals with it. You could act like the biggest, baddest wolf in the world, but, man, your conscience have to deal with the fact that you took a life, you know? You interfere with our Creator's creation. Like, so just get out. Don't play with it. Get out. Leaving seems like the most devastating thing at the moment, but once done, it always end up being the best thing you ever could have done. Learn how to choose your battles in life wisely. We tend to waste energy on dead situations and lose time when we could have used it in something better in our life. It's always better said than done, but it's also better now than never. Walk away. I'm a firm believer that one person's trash is the next person's treasure. Move around, baby. It's too many fish in the sea for you to be stuck on that catfish that don't know what he got. Okay? Bottom feeder. I'm just being funny, guys. Just move around, ladies. It's a lot of fish in the sea, and men too. If she's abusive, she want to be fighting and all that, before you gotta choke around and kill her, and just move around. It's not worth it. Move around. All right. Renew yourself. Find you. It is okay to put yourself first when you're starting over. The best love ever given is self-love. That's what journey I'm on right now, guys. I met my king when I was 17 years old. So, and then I had my first son through a childhood, high school love. So, man, since I was like 14, 13, 14, 15, it's always just been relationships, boyfriend, straight to my husband. And then when he left, I'm just like, I don't want to do that no more. I want to love myself. Who am I? who is Tasha, you know? So love thyself, y'all. Like, if you get out of a long marriage or divorce or just a toxic relationship or you become a widow, take time for yourself. Like, don't look at everybody getting married in beautiful relationships. That's their season. You know, I had my season. You know, when I look and I see other people in relationships, I, I know the ins and the outs. I know the beautiful photos. I know the family vacations, but I know what happens behind closed doors too. And it is a full time commitment, a full time job. It is so energy. Like, man, you got to put a lot into it. So, man, make sure you go on you love yourself, man. If you coming out of abuse, if you coming out of any type of situation, love yourself. Self love. Always make sure sometime in your life, it'd be good to do it early. You know, I wish I could have went on a self love journey in my early 20s, but that wasn't my portion. So I have no complaints. I'm happy about my past and I'm excited about my future. But I will say, if you young and you catch this video, you would be way more successful physically, emotionally, and spiritually if you try self-love before you go and open the doors to having a relationship, any type of relationship with anyone else. Learn how to love yourself first. So, renewing yourself. I'm going to just start over from that because self-love. And as I'm reading my book, if things come to my spirit, I'm going to flow with it. So, just ride with me on this journey. I'm just giving you guys raw insight of a young city girl from Kansas City, Missouri, um, who went through the wire. Like, one of these episodes, I'll give you guys my story and the things that I survived, my testimony, my praise report. You know, things that I conquered, hills and mountains that I climbed, and I ended up on top. But right now, we're just reading a book, my book of my healing journey. So here we go. So renew yourself. Find you. It's okay to put yourself first when you're starting over. The best love ever given is self-love. Love thyself before you can love anyone else. Find what makes you happy. Stop looking for happiness in someone else. You are your own happiness. Once you are happy, you can invite someone or others to join you in your happiness. Hobbies are great ways to find yourself. Look back over your childhood and pick back up some of those things you did that you enjoyed, but stop due to life. Bucket lists are amazing ways to find hobbies. You only live once. Why not start now? Step out of the box sometimes and try new things. Don't die the I wish I would have person. Y'all know that person. Y'all know that person. You got that one person in your life, either an uncle or auntie or a friend, it's always like, man, I wish I would have waited to get married. I wish I would have went out of town. Man, I should have went with y'all. Man, I knew I should have did this. Oh, man, I always wanted to go climb a mountain. Oh, man, I always wanted to go hiking. Oh, I always wanted to go camping. Don't be that person. Like, if something's on your heart, set time out, take a weekend off, take some time off. If your job don't give you a life, get you a better job, start your own business, because you got to understand this. That job, that career you have, if something happens to you, if you die, they gonna replace you within the next couple weeks. I mean, they gonna have your billboard up, throw some balloons up. Oh, rest in peace, Lisa Jones or Bobby Boo. But they gonna replace you as quick as you came in. But you can't get back that time of life. You know, I believe like we're here for a purpose and to enjoy life in the physical. Enjoy it, you know, enjoy it. Find a way to take care of your family, survive, but still enjoy it. Like, if you miserable at your job, go back to school, start a business, do something. You know, it's never just over. unless you choose to. You know, you have to discipline yourself and apply yourself. But don't be that I wish I would have person your whole life. Don't be that person. Because you'll end up 50, 60, 70 years old and never did what you wanted to do in your 40s, your 20s, your 30s. So do it. Share your story. Never hide your growth. You never know who needs it. Each one teach one. There's a saying out here that has been totally mistranslated. The story is to be told, not sold. It is the correct translation of the game is to be sold, not told. We have to pass down life learned lessons to the next generation so they can avoid a lot of pain and hurt with a given heads up. Telling your story also helps empower you. Each time you speak about how you survive, you take power from the source that tries to weaken you. We are our own source of healing. We just need to dig deep in ourselves and speak what we desire to see it come to pass. So really, it's like healing yourself and assisting others that need help along the way. Sharing is caring, and caring is love. So why not show love? Tongue twisted. Why not show love? Why not show love by sharing your story/wisdom? Thank you. So that is my first section on abuse. I hope you guys got something from it. On this page, I'm just sharing wisdom. You know, you guys might catch me in the kitchen. You might catch me doing some yoga. You might catch me working out. You know, I'm a boxer too. I'm training in boxing. I never was a fighter. But I want that skill set, you know, just in case somebody run up on me and my kids, I can go give them a jab, rab, hook, uppercut, you know, whatever I got to do to get out the situation. And it's something that I always wanted to do. You know, I've always wanted to have different skills under my belt. So, I'll be sharing with you guys different things, different hobbies, different things that I learned on my healing journey. And I hope that it helps someone. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you do watch, share if you want to, subscribe, whatever you want to do. You know, I ain't worried about money. You know, I am blessed. I am abundant. I am satisfied. You know, when I was younger and I didn't know no better, I thought life was about money and cars and houses and materialistic things. But now, as a 34-year-old woman, I understand that it's about family. It's about the small things, you know. It's about the things we don't pay attention to until they're gone. You know, enjoying your mother and your father while they're here on earth. You know, enjoying your kids while they're still in the house, you know. Enjoying those conversations with your siblings, you know. At least once or twice a year if you somebody like my family, we're real big and we live in different states. But getting together once or twice a year and going to have fun and spending time together and laughing together, those are the things that's important. So the small things. So just sending love and light. I just decided to give this book out freely. We'll read through it freely, and when I complete it, I will give you guys links to my website to go purchase it if you want to support. As well as, guys, I have an online store, abostore.online. I am a herb dealer. I sell all kinds of rare good teas, from burdock root, sea moss, to lavender, to changa, to yucca root, to I can't even think, bladderwick, to, I mean, you just have to go check out my website, guys. Check out my website, abostore.online. Check me out. Support your sister. Sending love and light to you all, guys. One love.